Good morning, everybody. I thought it'd be a good idea to take a look at how we can solve age problems in algebra. So here's some basic steps. We're going to talk about them a little bit after we do these problems. I think doing the problems and working through it will kind of make these steps make more sense, so we can solve these problems in the future. John is 3 times as old as his son. In 10 years, John will be twice as old as his son. What are their current ages? Well, we're going to think about his son or John in terms of being age x. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the son's age be x. And from that, we know that John's age is 3x, okay? So we can just have John is 3x, son is x. So we don't really know what that means, right? I'm looking at this. It's not super helpful, but we can use the rest of the information in the question to kind of get us somewhere. Now, in 10 years, John is going to be twice as old as his son. How old is this going to be in 10 years? Well, we can simply add 10. So this is John in 10 years. And then we can think about how his son would be like x plus 10 in 10 years. And we're told that in 10 years, John's age will be twice that of his son's age. And now we have something that's kind of helpful because this looks like something we can finally solve. So we needed this first equation to set up the backbone, and then we use the second addition to think about how, wow, when we add 10 in 10 years, John will be twice as old as his son. We get something that gives us an equal sign that can let us solve this equation. And then so we do exactly that. We'll get 3x plus 10 equals, let's distribute 2x plus 20. Let's solve for x. I'll subtract by 10, subtract by 2x, we get that x equals 10. And now what does x equal? Well, we had right here, son equals x. So then we know that the son is 10 years old, 10 years, and then John would just be 3x, so 3 times 10, so he's 30 years. And they're asking for the current age, right? So not in 10 years. So we can do kind of this gut check and figure it out from the beginning. So is John 3 times as old as his son? Yeah, 10 times 3 is 30. In 10 years, when John is 40 and his son is 20, is that twice as old? Yeah, that works out. So what we did here is we start off by this kind of simple algebraic equation. We use more info to translate it into something that has an equal sign, and then we solve for it, and then we can get this kind of relationship right here. And then we're all set. So let's look at this sample question number 2. Sarah is twice as old as Tom. 5 years ago, the sum of their age was 35. How old are they now? So now we're going to think about some strategy. Sarah is twice as old as Tom. 5 years ago, their age was 35. So we can either let Sarah's age be x or y. Let's do y just because y is different. You could also use x. I'm just using y to get some variety in my life. But we could either have Tom's age be y or we could either have Sarah's age be y. I'm going to let Tom's age be y because then Sarah's age is 2y. If I had Sarah's age be y, Tom would be 1/2 y, and I don't really want to deal with fractions. So here we have Sarah, which is 2y, and then Tom, which is y. And now we're going to think about how 5 years ago, so not in 5 years, it's 5 years ago, the sum of their ages was 35. So let's do 2y minus 5, because I'm taking away 5 years, plus Tom's age minus 5 equals what? The sum of their age was 35. And now we just simply combine like terms. So y minus 10 equals 35. Y equals 45, right? Because we add 10, we add 10. Y equals 45. So Tom equals, excuse me, this is 3y. Because we do 2y plus y. Little mistake there. So we have y divided by 3, divided by 3. We have y equals 15. So Tom is 15 years old. So just right here, Tom, 15 years. And then Sarah is double that. So Sarah is 30 years. And we can plug this back in, right? If Tom is 15, Sarah was 30 5 years ago, 10 plus 25 is 35. Yep, that checks out. And if Sarah twice old as Tom, yep, that checks out. So just kind of going back, circling back, we labeled the ages with variables. You see in this example, I picked out something where I would not have fractions. We did the same thing up here, but I didn't exactly tell you that. I just kind of wanted you to follow along. 5 years ago means we subtract. In 10 years means we add. And then you just get this into some simple algebraic equation. The teachers kind of know that you can solve this, but the real meat of the problem, the real trick, is setting this up in the beginning. So hopefully this video helped. I am happy to make more videos kind of covering the subject if people want, but here are two really good examples, and they should really be kind of at the level of difficulty. And just use these principles and you will be all set for kind of all these problems. So I hope that was helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you. Take care.